So I started using the iNAP about 5 months ago. Uh, it wasn't easy to get used to. The first night I got it, I put the mouthpiece in, and right away I thought it wasn't doing anything. It felt like that suction was really not there at all. I think the mistake I made was assuming that that stem was going to suction to my tongue and pull it forward. And really, that's not how iNAP works. It did take me a few minutes to figure out that I needed to put my tongue down and forward, kind of against my bottom teeth. The stem sat on top, and after a few seconds, I took a big swallow. And then what happened was that suction slowly removed the air from my oral cavity. And I started to feel the soft tissues in the back of my throat come forward and seal off my mouth. It was like my mouth was vacuum sealed. And then I could start breathing in and out through my nose. So right away, again, it didn't feel like it was working, but after a few minutes, I did figure it out. After that, I had a great first week. I slept soundly every night, and my husband told me that I wasn't snoring at all, which was awesome. So I thought things were going to be smooth sailing. After about a week, I started having issues. I think my mouth figured out that something was in there that wasn't normally there. And I started salivating a lot to the point where I got that mouthpiece so slippery, I really had a hard time keeping it in. I kept having to take it out and swallow and put it back in. And I was getting really frustrated. I was about to give up. But I kind of forced myself through those bad couple of nights. And I think eventually my mouth and my body just kind of figured out that, when we go to bed, this is what we do now. We put this in, we use the iNAP, and things did get better. Now I have a majority of good nights. That's not to say every night is perfect. There are some bad nights of sleep, and that's going to happen with any therapy. There's a lot of different things that can affect my sleep. What I ate during the day, if I had a drink close to bedtime, if I exercised, if I was stressed or I have a cold. So there are bad nights here and there, but the point is that overall, my nights are good and that I sleep well most of the time. And I think that's the goal. It's not to have a perfect night every night, but it's to have a majority of good nights so that overall I sleep well. And overall, I feel that my health is better because now I'm treating my apnea, whereas before I didn't. So my takeaway from the iNAP was getting used to it was not a linear process. Now that I've been helping people get used to the iNAP and helping them through their onboardings, I'm finding that everyone is different. There's a lot of people like me who kind of cycle through a couple bad nights and good nights for the first few weeks. There are people who try it and it's great right off the bat and they really never have any issues. There's other people who get it and they struggle for a month or two before they start getting used to it. So everybody's going to be different, but the point is to not give up too early. There's going to be good nights and bad nights most likely, and you just need to kind of stick with it. Uh, Treating your health right takes time, it takes effort, but overall, this is a really great treatment.